The Next President by Ronald Semialo. Dedication. To all joining politics, take care. Blue may not be blue as you are told. It may be a different color. Introduction. This book looks at what the world expects to happen in the near future. It reveals what is expected to be done by the next president. The themes of what should be done for the betterment of this nation are embedded in the criticism of political opponents who clearly spread direct confrontation to the candidates. In addition, these go ahead to expound the plans they have for this gorgeous nation, which, when the next president looks into, can create the best regime. One political blunder can change the support in no time. Outside the ballot paper, ascension to leadership has other determinants briefly cited therein. The Next President. Chapter 1. I am the direct heir. Rumor had it that the heavens had chosen him among many to inherit the sweet seat. Basing on the empirical signs of the natural disqualification of likely contenders were the top army commanders like Colonel Besi, who openly salivated a few steps to the golden chair, it was axiomatic that the right person was not yet born. According to President Yefe, Colonel Besi was a great comrade whom he trusted with everything, executed missions together, and shared whatever was shareable. Did he go an extra mile to touch where he wasn't supposed to touch that he ended up in prison? Not sure. Issues of generals belong to generals. Muzeyev elaborated that despite Besi being an asset towards their struggle and after taking power, the man was not a suitable candidate for presidency. He lacked numerous qualities he could not learn given his age. That is how he left the Tower of Babel. The president added that the general who was remaining, General Munson, became Chief of Defense Forces before the age of 30 and did his job perfectly well. Unfortunately, the urban excitement that eroded the colonel dragged him to touch the Tower of Babel. He ended up a failure. Muzei continued. There was another lieutenant general who made baseless talks that I was doing away with my former bushmen to pave way for the beloved son. These were baseless, false allegations. The National Servants Party has a duty to groom leaders at every level without discrimination. Our agenda is such gigantic that it should not be lowered by myopic selfish notions of nepotism. The 27 fighters shall not tolerate that nonsense. The chairman of NSP was always bitter on that point, for it prima facie depicted a hidden agenda of the state's transition outside the 10 Bush points. Well, the day had come. The beloved son had grown into a gigantic man of noble character with untamable ambitions to serve the motherland. He had attended to numerous civilian schools, then enrolled to military academy where he mastered military science. When it comes to militarism, General Kangalu is a Fundi. He has tirelessly served this nation. wholeheartedly and wishes to take up full responsibility of this land. His aspirations have been hidden for ages. However, nowadays it is in glass that his aims are for the golden chair. Won't he touch the Tower of Babel? Recently, he formed a political group called Pillar of Unity, wanting to bring Ugandans together. Given that he is a serving officer, the grand norm is quite clear about civilian government that thus not allowed to participate in direct politics. Was it a stunt that met its goal after realizing the support he might get in that? When the day comes, I think he got it right. Well, the political landscape of land provides for a multi-party system, giving opportunity to numerous political giants to exhibit their talents. One evening, one of the former presidential candidates, Honorable Hare, openly uttered it out that President TFA wanted to impose his senseless drunkard son on the gallant citizens of Uganda. We shall not allow an idiot to take charge of this nation. No way. This is not a family business. It is a national matter to be handled by nationalists, not family members. People party, our party, he roared. The unfortunate bit of it, General Kangalu kept on posting his baseless themes. He one morning promised to attack and defeat the US, threatened to deport the Kenyan ambassador on grounds of indiscipline, and if I have not forgotten, General Kangalu wished to quote the Premier of Italy. To the right-thinking members of the society, this seems to be jest. However, the same statements are interpreted differently to depict the author's low level of understanding. Is this the reason why many people call him a fool who cannot lead the country? Whatever the case it might be, General Kangalu was not joking about the golden chair. He really wanted it. When given a chance to speak, he outrightly said, I am my father's beloved son and no one else. Many of you know nothing about the demise of my mother, but this is what she said to Dad. Go be the president and let our son be after you. I will not repeat that. I am the direct heir. Many of you call me a drunkard. Don't you drink? That isn't the reason for being here. I am here to serve you the way I have always done. I found the National Army weak, demotivated, malnourished because my predecessors knew nothing about the treatment of modern armies. This is what I did. Their problems became mine. The wages were doubled because these are the nation's bodyguards, and they deserve the best treatment. Right, they are obliged to be on duty. However, what is the true definition of holiday? Reasonable leave. That's what they enjoy. Balanced diet. However much they are soldiers, their digestive system does not crush stones. Reckless use of ammunition was fully settled during my reign, yet they were terribly sophisticated. I mean, our army is fully equipped to the tooth, and no nation can trespass our boundaries unchecked. We are the Ganda People Defense Forces. This name is too long. It should be the Ganda Army. I have a lot to change after my father in every ministry because there is a lot of laziness, corruption, and greed in government. I will wipe them out. He did not complete when an overwhelming uproar commanding him to shut up emanated from behind. His father had visited his premises to find him rehearsing on public speaking. He forced him to watch the previous presidential campaigns and debates all over the world. Oh, the child never grows in front of their parents. Someone was laughing at a big man putting the tail at his back because a fellow man backed. Chapter 2. I am the people's choice. The household name, as news wrote about him, intervened with another version of leadership. The former artist who turned into a politician endlessly asserted that he was simply a leader, not a politician, with one goal of removing the dictator. He might have said this, however, it can't be the selling preposition. Honorable Hare, upon joining active politics, stood for a by-election of the Central Province and won with unbelievable margin. Reasonable ground set in motion, dragging him to ascend to the golden chair. He had this to say: "When I was in a ghetto, everyone called us losers. Nevertheless, we never gave up. Scratched heads to sit with the men in suits. These fake gluttonous politicians have swindled this nation, safe for maggots to devour. The problem of Uganda is Yefe. If we can arrest this thief and jail him, we shall wear the crown. Fellow Ugandans, let's unite for a common cause. You all know some members on the opposition are fighting to maintain their positions, forgetting the big picture. I contested with Yefe, who eventually raised my votes and shamefully put it on us to have cheated. Good for nothing rogue. You keep reminding us on how you went to the bush to fight for us. Who sent you? You never gave Amin time to exhibit his talents when you immediately fought him without a sound reason. You lost the general elections of 70s against Obo, but still went to war. You are simply a warmonger, dictator, tyrant, and tribalist. Do what you want, but never put your fake son on my throne because I want it. It is mine. People party, our party. Stop it. You know nothing about what you are talking about. You are like these half-baked bloggers who cannot even spell their names. We chose you while in your outdated comedy shows taking weed. Other parties denied you a chance and we elevated you to parliament. Then you formed People Party with our support. You contested for presidents under our mission. Then you grew wings. Do you want to fly over your bosses? Have you forgotten what happened in Alewa? Know your bosses and increase your days on earth," queried Chief Monkey. There was some sort of silence, as if Chief Monkey was speaking Chinese before the Ugandans. His statements seemed to hold water, but to who? Honorable Hare called this propaganda when he continued. Yefe stole my victory. I won him with a very big margin and took the case to the People's Court. Anytime the ruling will be read before us all. Chief Monkey: Yes, you won the particular elections, but not the general elections. Honorable Hare: You are just a propagandist blindfolded by Yefe because you are his son-in-law. I won the general elections. Chief Monkey: Winning the Central region does not mean you won in other regions. Come on, clown. Honorable Hare: I won every region. Look at the East. Stop being myopic. Chief Monkey: You know nothing. East does not stop from Stone District, and revise your primary social studies very well. Honorable Hare: I am the people's president. You tried to assassinate me but failed because I am the chosen one, the next president of Uganda. Chief Monkey looked at her as a daydreamer who was simply excited by the cheers of the masses. The man who forgot his script thinking he had made it. Chief Monkey, we wrote your story and we know where it ends. You can never be the president of Uganda. Honorable Hare, thanks for being God. I remember President Obo cursing Yefe that he would never become president. Guess what? Yefe became president and buried Obo. If you have ears, better listen. If you have eyes, better see. The day is near. I'll lead Uganda while you will be in exile for the crimes committed against humanity you people always done. Better pack your luggage because any time from now the masses are coming for you. Chief Monkey, that's the problem with you comedians. You will never mean business. We are speaking sense, he is uttering nonsense. How can Satan evict Christ from heaven? Honorable Hare, if you are simply the false prophets who preach doom, fake Pharisees. But don't worry, me will look into your submissions when I become president. Chief Monkey, it's not about saying it, it's about achieving and believing. Being, just be it. You don't need to explain that your votes were cheated. Simply win and take it all. Honorable Hare, let's be sincere. Didn't you guys reach? Chief Monkey, firstly, mind your language. Secondly, sit and listen to my analysis. You won the Central region. That is a fact, but with a small margin. That's the unfortunate bit of it. In some constituencies in the Central, you never had candidates, neither did you have agents, and none of the opposition parties had. Have you cross-checked with the island districts? Honorable Hare, shame on you. You abducted our agents, some of whom are still missing. Many are rotting in prisons. Then you gather the audacity to tell noble citizens of this land disgusting analysis. What kind of nonsense is that? Chief Monkey, well, this government has managed noise makers in a very calm way because we learned the mystery of empty tins. We shall never get off track by the weak charlatans. Can you remind me the number of legislators your party fronted to the August House in the previous general elections? Next time, when you start fooling around, address those mediocre politicians, especially from the Central, who think listening to fake journalists with their biased analysis makes them knowledgeable. Tell the electorates the truth, that you sincerely lost, and go back to the drawing board. Rectify the mistakes and charge again. Otherwise, you might get fewer votes this time than those you got previously. General Kangaroo, I'll be the next president after my father.